when I was getting recruited, I never had any.
I
didn't care about NIL at all. A lot of the companies, if not all the companies that I've done deals with and represented have been, from my hometown of York. I think it's really cool to kind of, represent my hometown. And I think it's cool that from being from PA and playing for Penn State and representing that as a whole is a really unique thing, and I'm proud to do that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of goals, and I think a lot of people have a lot of goals about us. But I think if we really just take it one game at a time and become the best team that we possibly can become, leave every game, every field, and saying, there's not one more thing I could have done.
Yeah.
I think that's success in my opinion.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome into the Next Up podcast. I'm Adam Breneman. We're on campus at Penn State today, actually on Coach Franklin's balcony, practice field behind us, doing a little Penn State season preview series of podcasts with coaches, players, everything you need to know about Penn State football going into the season, happening right here over the next few days on my YouTube channel. Before we get to the interviews, please subscribe to this channel, whether you're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Press that subscribe button. All your support allows us to travel around the country and have some of the best guests in the country in college football on this show. So please, guys, support the channel. Let's go talk to the guys. Next up. You should do TV. Yeah, is that what you want to do? Extremely articulate, like you should be a broadcaster. You want to start a podcast? Let me. We good?
Yeah.
You sure? You didn't look too confident when I said
it.
We're good?
More than good, yeah.
Oh, how we doing, man? I'm excited to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's training camp going?
It's going well. Yeah, we're 8 practices in now. Just taking it day by day.
Yeah, you're at grind point of training camp where it's all blurred.
Yeah, I mean, I took Spanish, intensive Spanish this summer.
Yeah.
And that just ended on, I think, Wednesday. And as soon as classes end, you don't have that break anymore, so it's just the dog days.
All the time.
Yeah.
Give me the kind of synopsis of where you think the offense is at right now and kind of where maybe like the team's confidence level is.
Well, I think in the spring, we were kind of working through some stuff. A lot of new guys filling into some new roles. But I think we took the summer really seriously. We were throwing, every day for a while in May and June. In July, I think, we had a lot of leaders that came out because we lost a lot of guys last year. And a lot of guys that we lost had big leadership roles on that team.
Yeah.
And I think, the summer workouts helped a lot with bringing out the leaders on the team and, getting together every day to form the relationships, between quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, running backs was really important. And now, from day one of training camp, you saw the improvement.
Yeah.
I think you saw today. I mean, we were, in the spring, we weren't, clicking as much as we were now.
Yeah.
So I think, taking the summer seriously has really helped that and improved.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about your recruiting process because it was unique in the sense that I feel like for a while, a lot of people weren't sure if you were going to play quarterback. There was rumors. I remember hearing things about like, oh, he's going to be a safety in college. And then there were some programs that believed you like this place as a quarterback. What was that process like for you, and what made you end up saying that, Penn State's the place for me?
Yeah, well, I got my first offer after my freshman year of high school from a FCS school called Sacred Heart in Connecticut. And I had only played strong safety and receiver because my older brother was the starting quarterback. And then, I had yet to play a starting snap at quarterback in high school football. And I went to a camp at Temple as a quarterback and got offered there. And then I started my sophomore season in high school at quarterback and had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
I was pretty raw, just kind of, not having no reads, just running around, making stuff happen, QB runs, all that stuff. So it was after my sophomore year, which is when COVID kind of hit, that, I got a lot of interest from a lot of Power 5 schools, and, they offered me and Penn State offered me, and, it was kind of, up in the air after my sophomore year whether, I'd be a quarterback or an athlete, whatever. But it was after my junior year, where I kind of flipped the switch. And it really took quarterback, to a new level and really started focusing and getting smarter and concepts and all that. And that's when, all the schools wanted me for quarterback. So it was kind of a unique process. It started out as just kind of a raw athlete, and then it turned into, taking quarterback more seriously.
Yeah, and now quarterback was clearly the right choice, right?
Yeah.
Feeling good now.
Real quick, you guys know I'm always on the go, and if it wasn't for Athletic Greens, I would never get the vitamins and nutrients I need every single day. It's as easy as one scoop, mix it, and I'm feeling fueled and hydrated and with the energy I need to bring you content like this. I truly love AG1, and now you guys can get some too by going to drinkag1.com/nextup for a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. That's drinkag1.com/nextup.
What was it like growing up with an older brother who obviously was a great quarterback, Beau Pribula? Your brother played at Delaware. Just having him as kind of like a role model to see how he does things, and you almost get an inside look at the process before you have to go through it yourself.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
My brother Kate, I can't give enough props to him. Having him go through the whole recruiting process and camps and everything like that was really big for me. Mm-hmm. And he helped me so much as a quarterback, and it still does to this day. After a practice, I'll send him, clips. What do you think about this? I mean, he's a super smart guy, quarterback-wise. I think he should be, a quarterback coach someday at the college level. I think he's that good. And, growing up with him too, just competing against each other, we were both quarterbacks growing up. So, always wanting to throw better than him too. He's been a huge help for me in my development as a quarterback.
Yeah. It's funny, I remember I broadcasted his Big 33 game when he was in Big 33. And I remember everyone being like, you should see Cade's brother, like he's going to be elite. And you were like an 8th grade or something at the time. But it's funny, I remember like hearing about you for the first time back then, and it's funny to see where you're at now. What's the one thing that you're trying to get better at yourself this camp? What's the one part of your game?
I think I really just sometimes, when I have the ability to escape and run, it can be easy to, maybe try to extend the play too early. I think really, hanging in the pocket and going through my progressions, is a big thing for me. And then it's always the mental side. You can never, know enough about defenses and your own playbook. It's helped being in the second year with Coach Yurcich and his playbook. Yeah. But I think mentally there's always room for improvement.
What's it like sharing the room with Drew and kind of your guys' relationship, the competition aspect of it, and just having someone to kind of, be there with you every single day when you're going through practice and the meetings?
It's been really good. We came in together as early enrollees and, 2 Januaries ago, and we've been, together ever since then. And, from the start, first of all, he's a great guy. We have our, professional side and we have our friendship side. And I think we do a great job balancing that. And, but having him, he's a very talented guy, and I think it's just iron sharpens iron. We only make each other better. And, whether it's talking X's and O's or whether it's, seeing who can make, a certain throw. I think, we're only going to make each other better.
You've done some cool NIL stuff in the space with Inch & Co. And some other innovative things. Tell me a little bit about, why that's important to you, the stuff you've done with Inch & Company, and kind of like how NIL has been rewarding for you in general.
Yeah, well, I think NIL is, a pretty unique thing. I never really, when I was getting recruited, I never had any. I didn't care about NIL at all. But I think it's really cool because a lot of the companies, if not all the companies that I've done deals with and represented have been, from my hometown of York.
Yeah.
And one of them, for example, is York Barbell. I think it's really cool to kind of, represent my hometown. And I think it's cool that from being from PA and playing for Penn State and representing that as a whole is a really unique thing, and I'm, proud to do that.
Yeah. What's it like playing for Coach Yurcich? We just had him did an interview with him actually. It was really cool. What's he like? I know he's intense. I know he's tough on quarterbacks, but is so smart, knows the game so well. What's it like playing for him?
I love it. Now, being in my second year with him, really kind of seeing how he operates and seeing how he does things. He is hard on us at times in meetings and on the field, but I know 100%, it's made me better.
Yeah.
And he expects a lot out of us, and that makes me expect more of myself and just makes me push myself harder. But being in his offense is a blast. He's very, very smart.
It's fun for quarterbacks. Yeah.
It's very fun for quarterbacks. Fun for the whole offense. Yeah. A lot of explosive plays, stuff like that. So it's fun playing for him.
I've been asking everyone of the 4 Penn State core values, which everyone has drilled into their brain: positive attitude, work ethic, compete, sacrifice. Which one's your favorite, and why is it important to you?
I'd say compete is my favorite one. I think, from a team perspective, if everybody's competing and everything, that's the saying, compete in everything you do.
Yeah.
If everybody's competing in everything they do, it's only going to make each other better. I said iron sharpens iron before. That's really true. If we have a one-on-one rep and you're competing and the other guy's competing as hard as they can, it's only going to make each other better. At the same time, I think it's really important to compete against yourself. Yeah. I don't think you ever become the best version of yourself without competing, last practice, I had a great practice.
Yeah.
Well, compete and try to make the next one your best one.
Yeah.
And that's not just for football, that's for life, for school, everything.
Yeah. Who are some of the guys on the team, offense and defense, that have had big training camps that have been kind of flashing in front of you during practice so far?
I think, some receivers, Keandre Lambert, tight end, Theo Johnson.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys have really, obviously our running backs, a lot of the guys have done a great job. And also our whole entire O-line. We do, one-on-one pass rush. They're just a stone wall, and they've done a great job so far.
Yeah. It's nice having them, huh? Big O-line.
Very nice.
Having Olu coming back.
Not playing at all. Yeah.
How will you and the team kind of define success this year? Where you look back, you're like, that was a successful season?
That's a great question. I think we have a lot of goals, and I think a lot of people have a lot of goals about us. But I think if, we really just take it one game at a time and, become the best team that we possibly can become. Don't know what that is yet.
Yeah.
But I think if we can, leave every game, every field and saying, there's not one more thing I could have done, I think that's, success in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Last thing, 10, 15 years from now, what are you going to be doing when you're done playing football?
I have no idea. Hopefully playing at the next level, but honestly,
that's why I said 15 years. I mean, that's
maybe I'll be Tom Brady and play.
20. Yeah, it's too short.
But I have no idea.
Not even thinking about it. Playing football.
Yeah,
I love it, man. Well, I'm excited to see you this season, and congrats on all your success. You clearly have made a lot of buzz because everyone talks about you. I hear great things about you, and also a 717 guy. So I appreciate it, man.
Represent. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Good to see you, bro.